The storm showing up right here, this little donut hole, southeast of Hazel Green, northeast Meridianville. This one's headed toward the Newmarket area. Last report, law enforcement did say there was a tornado near Meridianville on the ground, so you need to be headed to your shelter here. Again, this is tracking toward Newmarket. It's racing off to the east at around 50 to 55 miles per hour. It's going to be into Newmarket here in about 10 minutes, if not sooner. Mountain Fork School around 9:57, Newmarket Elementary 9:57, Hillsborough 9:58. Plevna around 10 o'clock. Okay, going to back out the view here. Going to get back to this other storm heading through East Limestone. Again, possible tornado with it, although it's right on top of our radar and we're not seeing that circulation at the ground. But I do want to put a storm track on this one for you, just so you can continue to stay in your shelter if you're still there around the Harvest area, because this one's going to be following a very similar path. This one's also headed to the northeast at around 50 to 55. French's Mill area around 9:47, Capshaw again around 9:55, Harvest Elementary 10:02, Monrovia around 10:02. Again, tornado warning on this storm, but unlike the other one where it was very definite that we had circulation at the ground, we're not seeing it out of this particular storm.
And again, we want to reiterate that this is not the time to go to those schools and pick up your children with this storm headed that way. They are prepared for this. Your children are safer in the school right now than you heading out driving to these schools that Jeff just mentioned.
There's been damage to the Posey restaurant. Power lines down. I'm just getting this via text message here. Tornado on the ground between Meridianville and Hazel Green. Of course, you've been covering that as well. But power lines down, damage to the Posey restaurant there. I'm monitoring Facebook, and we're going to get a lot of reports. So if you could please give us an idea of what's going on in your area. If you're not immediately impacted, that's useful information that we're going to use to track these storms as well. Tracking this storm, this one moving towards Harvest right now, is a very strong storm. The only problem we have seeing what's going on with this particular storm is the fact that it is very close to the radar, and it is possible we do have a tornado there getting ready to cross the County Line Road. This is going to stay north of Madison, north of Tanner, and north of Huntsville. And as we continue to track this storm, it is the immediate impact right now is going to be Capshaw, Harvest, Monrovia. This is going to track, as Jeff mentioned, south of where the previous storm tracked. It's moving a little more east and northeast. But if you're in the Capshaw area, this is going to be right north of the Home Depot and Lowe's as you go Highway 72, the extreme northern part there, out towards Legacy Elementary. So if you have kids at Legacy Elementary, they are going to be hunkered down here for this storm. Do not go to the school to get them, because you are putting your own life in danger if we do have a tornado develop or if we just have high winds knocking down trees. So once again, this is moving towards Legacy Elementary, Harvest Elementary, the Capshaw area around 9:55, Clarksdale. And again, you see the monitor here. I'm monitoring Facebook here to get any other reports coming in along with the radar. And sometimes this is the most instantaneous report, as we have found, with what's actually going on in some of these areas. So we're tracking this, another dangerous storm here from Capshaw to the north towards Harvest. Jeff Road is closed. We've had a touchdown of a tornado here across parts of the Harvest and northern Monrovia areas. So we're watching this very closely. Secondary storm. One of the things I noticed when I was driving in was how strong the wind is just to the south here along 565, and this is the inflow going into this storm. So I have a feeling we're going to have a maximized environment to produce a tornado with this storm here as it crosses County Line Road. Let's go to Jeff.
Yeah, Brad, coming over from the Weather Service chat right now. Limestone County email reports tornado on the ground, Highway 72 and French's Mill.
That's right at our radar.
Let me get back in here. Again, possible tornado here. It looks like this one closer to our radar than the last one passed, than the one which passed through just a little bit ago.
So they said confirmed tornado there?
That's, yeah, Limestone EMA reporting tornado on the ground. So tornado on the ground here near 72 and French's Mill. This is going to be now just a little north of 72. Let me get in here a little closer. I'll check the wind again real quickly here with this particular storm. And then I'm going to track this area. I do want to get back to the other storm as well, which is still moving through northeast Madison County. So we're going to track this whole area of the storm just west of Capshaw. And again, this is moving off to the northeast. Okay. Is that live picture or just a still picture. Let's just go ahead and put it up.
Tommy,
let's put it up. Supposedly have a still picture. We can put that up in a double bot, or there it is. Okay, that's just a picture of the storm there. All right, let's go back to live storm tracker Doppler. And again, we're monitoring this storm. This one's going to be coming just south of the one which passed through a little bit ago, impacting areas near Capshaw, Sparkman High School, perhaps again, around 1018, Jeff Orchard subdivision around 1019.
And again, Jeff, best thing to do if you're in this area, go to your safe room, turn the TV up. I think it's natural curiosity to want to see the radar, see where the storm is coming right now. But that's the best thing to do?
Yes.
I would imagine.
Just head immediately to your shelter. Again, watching this one coming through now, East Limestone again. I want to get back over here to Madison County now. It's not showing up quite as well due to some other storms between it and our radar. So I am going to switch over here to National Weather Service radar. And that's still showing, again, possible tornado here.
Now, I've got our Research Park Alpha camera up, looking over that area as you go farther to the west. And again, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and the clouds are going to be very, very low as they come through. And you can see the winds there gusting east at 14, gusting to 31 miles an hour. I'm going to go ahead and put this out towards the Capshaw Mountain. I've got a preset here, and we can view out in that direction as we look farther out there. So again, it's shrouded with cloud cover there. It's likely going to be a rain-wrapped tornado as this storm moves across County Line Road into the Harvest, Monrovia, and Capshaw area, taking a more southern track, probably closer to Douglas Road, those areas there, along Wall Triana, as you go on the north side of Madison. So once again, we've got a tornado that has been confirmed, moving into the Harvest, Monrovia area on the north of Highway 72. So if you live Highway 72, even if you live Jeff Road by the Kroger there, very likely that this storm is going to stay to your north. But it's going to be very close. I'm going to go ahead and have Jeff go street level here, and then we'll get back to the storm that is in northeastern Madison County, moving into Jackson
and Brad,
County.
it's still looking, when I switch it over to the Weather Service radar, it's still looking very well organized.
Okay, so we've got Capshaw Road. It's getting ready to cross. I believe this is going to be Wall Triana Highway. So once again, this storm is now moving across Wall Triana Highway. This is going to be very close to Legacy Elementary now.
Yeah, Brad, we just got a report from a storm spotter seeing strong rotation near Monrovia and Wall Triana around the Harvest Business Center.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be this area right in here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the velocity in here.
And that's that picture right there, Brad, that we were just talking about, bottom right.
I know exactly where that is. That's just to the south here. As we take a look at the other roads, I'm going to go ahead and go back to intensity. We've got Nick Davis Road here, and that area is that picture is taken from this area right here where we have this little notch on there. Now, I don't see any what we call a debris ball. I don't see that what we had earlier on that other storm.
We had on the other one.
So it is still possible. We haven't had any damage reports out of this area yet.
From this storm?
From this storm?
No,
from this storm.
Not from this storm. Although law enforcement did report a tornado on the ground.
So these are two separate storms that have moved through here?
Two separate storms. The first one is now in northeast Madison County. That one's headed through the Newmarket area. Still under tornado warning there, so you need to be in your shelter on that particular storm. And again, watching this one as well, coming through the Monrovia area. Brad's showing you here Nick Davis Road, Douglas Road. And again, this one also is tracking its way off to the east-northeast, really more of an easterly trek on both these storms now, I've noticed. They're turning more to the east, which is not uncommon in these rotating storms, for them to initially start off one direction and then gradually turn in more of an easterly jog.
Exactly. So again, we have law enforcement reporting a tornado with this storm that is very close to Legacy Elementary, going towards Douglas Road and eventually Highway 53 there in Monrovia, where you go Douglas and Highway 53, similar track to what we had last year with some of the smaller tornadoes. So again, you need to be staying in your shelter if you live out here in the Douglas Road area, between Douglas Road and Nick Davis Road, from Jeff Road to the west and eventually all the way east towards Highway 53.
Yeah, Brad, they're still getting reports of a tornado in northeast Madison County as well. I think we're in on that. Actually, we can go over to Max number 2, our other weather source. Well, okay, we'll just leave it here. Well, there we go. The area that we're watching here is right near Newmarket. This area right north of Newmarket. That is where our tornado is located. And again, train spotters continue to report a tornado here near Plevna, about 10 miles northeast of Mooresville, moving east at 50. So again, northeast Madison County, still a possible tornado here. This is going to be very near Newmarket, tracking its way mainly east. So this is going to stay in far northeast Madison County. It's going to be headed into northwestern Jackson County as well. So let me kind of back out here.
Now, we just got another report from Elizabeth Jenner who says that it's rocking in Harvest again. Very strong wind and rain there right now in Harvest.
All right, thank you, Jan.
Huntsville EMA reporting a house destroyed on Hubert Lane.
Hubert
On our
Lane.
Facebook.
Okay, so we got 2 radar views up here. One is the National Weather Service radar. Let me switch it back over to our live radar. 2 storms that we're watching.
And that
the one at the bottom of the screen, that is tornado warning for northeast Madison County, northwest Jackson County, and I believe southeast Lincoln County, Tennessee, and southwestern Franklin County, Tennessee. This storm is moving more to the east. This is near Newmarket, tracking toward Larkin, Estill Fork, and the High Top area. So you need to be headed into your tornado shelters there. At the top of the screen, we have Live Storm Tracker Doppler. We are monitoring this storm as well near the Harvest area, near Sparkman High School. At the very least, some very strong wind associated with this storm. But again, also reports of a tornado. Latest report here is a report of a descending funnel at Jeff Road and Nick Davis. We're still seeing indications of a tornado with debris near Newmarket. So 2 storms now in Madison County producing tornadoes.
Yeah, I believe that report was houses destroyed, not just one, on Hubert Lane. Houses destroyed.
So the area we're watching here is now a little east of Sparkman High School.
There's Tommy Self's latest picture up. This is one of our storm spotters, Tommy. It's not Tommy Self? This is Stephen Gallion on 231 in Meridian right now on the bottom right.
Hubert Road is over in the Newmarket area. It's off of County Highway 100 and Narrow Lane between there, off of Walker Lane. So again, that's northeast Madison County. That's going to be north and east of the Madison County Executive Airport where the homes were destroyed, at least the report by the EMA out of Madison County.
Okay, so that was just out of Meridianville.
Just out of Meridian, yeah, east of Meridianville.
Northeast side of Meridianville.
And this storm here, as we've been showing you, is tracking a little farther to the south than that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Live Storm Tracker Doppler radar, and I'll go through this storm track for you. This storm is now a big concern for everyone who lives in its path right now because it is going to maximize this environment out here, and as it does so, it's going to increase that rotation there on the southwest side of it. So again, you need to be seeking shelter immediately in Meridianville and areas between Meridianville and Alabama A&M University. This storm is starting to take that classic look here with a potential hook echo developing. And if there's not a tornado on the ground still, there was a confirmed tornado earlier.
Latest spotter report is confirming a rain-wrapped tornado on the ground due north of Jeff Road and Nick Davis.
Right here, rain-wrapped tornado on the ground. This is likely going to be, this is going to be up by the Toyota plant. So right by the Toyota plant. This is going to be crossing from the Toyota plant east-northeast. Rain-wrapped tornado, and as I mentioned, it's maximizing the spin out here, this environment ahead of this rain-cooled air that's to the north. So the area is very unstable here in north central Madison County. But all clear from this storm here for Sparkman High School, a Legacy Elementary area. We're going to continue to watch storms farther to the west, but this storm here has the biggest impact right now along Pulaski Pike. The Toyota plant is right in here, so this could be a direct hit on the Toyota manufacturing plant there off of Pulaski Pike. You've got Bob Wade Lane in here, and this will continue to track to the east and eventually be just to the east of the Parkway as you go from here to Fayetteville. Let's go ahead and expand this view out, and we're going to put a storm track, show you who's most likely going to be impacted by at least the tornadic part of this storm. Hazel Green, between Meridianville and Hazel Green, most likely you're going to see some very large hail. Could see quarter to $half size hail with this thunderstorm here. And one other thing, if there's some debris being picked up within this storm, it's possible some of that debris could be thrown. You can see shingles and the insulation out here in Hazel Green and eventually up towards Newmarket, and the Riverton Elementary School area is out there as well. So Meridianville, looking at that possible tornado there, especially on the southern side of that storm, and that's going to be, let's go ahead and move this storm tracker over here just a little bit to get it into the 4x3 safe area for those at home, maybe in your storm shelter. You don't have the HD TV. 10:05 in Meridianville and 10:11 there in Deposit. I just sent out a call on Facebook and Twitter for any possible additional reports out of here, because I know some of you in your shelter, that may be the only form of communication you have right now with this storm. Per Tommy Self, our storm tracker, people are trapped in cars near Jacobs Landing subdivision, so in Meridianville. Okay,
and by that video that we just had, I think it was on 231 in Meridianville, so they should be seeing something, or we should be seeing something on that video pretty soon.
Yeah, and again, keep an eye on Tommy Self's video there. That was from the previous storm there. Again, people are trapped now in cars near the Jacobs Landing subdivision in Meridianville. And this other storm here is going to be tracking south of there. So if you're monitoring our broadcast, we are streaming online at WAFF.com. We are sending out information on Twitter and Facebook, as well as additional information on our website at WAFF.com. Once again, Tommy Self, Storm Chaser, confirming people trapped in cars near the Jacobs Landing subdivision. This storm here is going to be passing on the south side of Meridianville. Large hail possible with this storm, and it's going to continue. What's this road right in here, Jeff? This is the most likely area this is going to be tracking here. We're going to find that road. And again, kind of visualize, in case you are just listening to us in your closet, once again, a good idea to get the bicycle helmets. If you have the young children at home, there have been research done out of the last round of severe weather we had last year, that these, even just a bicycle helmet, can help protect your head from the flying debris, and of course, if the storm gets stronger. The Bob Wade Lane area, this is going to track right along Bob Wade Lane. It is about 5 miles now due west of Highway 231, North Memorial Parkway, up here towards Meridianville, and along Bob Wade Lane. So this is going to be another storm. The first one looks like it tracked just on the northern side of Meridianville. This one's going to track just on the southern side of Meridianville. So you need to stay in your shelter there. As far as the Chase community, Alabama A&M, it looks like it's going to stay just north of there by just a few miles, but there's a very strong southerly wind instability coming in the back of this storm. So Bob Wade Lane, if you live along Bob Wade Lane, U.S. Highway 231, and about 5 miles on either side of that, north and south, you really need to be in your shelter at this time right now. You don't need to be out there watching this tornado move in. And the latest scan here showing the leading edge of this, the tornado is wrapped in rain again. Now 4 miles due west of U.S. Highway 231, south side of Meridianville. Be in your shelter. This storm's going to come through in about 5 to 10 minutes. Then it's going to let up, and we're going to watch the skies for you out to the west. Let's expand the view and see if anything else has changed here across North Alabama. And the harvest area is still seeing some very heavy rain. And what we want to continue to watch is areas farther to the west, because these two storms developed along a boundary that is set up from previous thunderstorms we had and the rain we had earlier this morning. As we go west of Athens towards the Elk River near Coxie, some very heavy rain there occurring at this time. That is not severe, but that's something we'll continue to watch. Possible new development developing just to the south of Highway 72 as you go west of Trinity, west of Decatur. That's not severe, but this is what we're monitoring right now. Any possible new development, just starting out as green, but we'll continue to keep you up to date. We're not just going to stay zeroed in on parts of Madison and Jackson County. We're going to continue to monitor everybody. With that said, let's go back over to meteorologist Jeff Castle with an update. Here's a live look. I believe this is, I don't know where this is at. Can you find out where this is?
I think it's 231 in Meridianville. This is the live shot that we showed before that Stephen Gowing has right now. So he's right there on 231, Brad and Jeff.
Okay. I do want to get back also to the storm affecting northeast Madison County. Still a tornado warning associated with this storm. And again, this is still looking like we have a tornado here. This is far northeast Madison County. This is northeast of Newmarket. For you folks that are watching from the Huntland area, it looks like the most dangerous part of the storm will stay south of you, although you're getting very heavy rain and perhaps some large hail here. This is going to track through extreme northeast Madison County, extreme northwest Jackson County, and then likely heading into southern Franklin County in southern Tennessee. So let me do a brief storm track on this for you. And tornado warning does continue for this storm.